There's a moment when everything clicks, when you finally see it, when all the pieces come together and you realize what's been happening to you. It's quiet, a shift, and suddenly everything makes sense. All the confusion, all the pain, all the times you questioned yourself, because you finally have the word for it: narcissist abuse. And the worst part? Realizing that loving them was part of the abuse, that your love was weaponized, used against you, because they never loved you back. They just loved what you gave them. I loved him for 4 years. The kind of love where you do anything, where you make excuse after excuse because you see their potential, and you think if you just love them enough, they'll change. But they don't. They just take, and you give, and you don't realize it's happening because you think this is what love looks like. You think the problem is you. That's what he told me. Everything was my fault. When he yelled, I provoked him. When he ignored me, I was too needy. When he cheated, I wasn't giving him what he needed. And I believed it. I spent 4 years walking on eggshells, monitoring my tone, my words, my expressions, because anything could set him off. He'd tell me I was too sensitive, that I overreacted to everything. And I started to believe him, started to think maybe I was the crazy one. He made me doubt my own reality. And that's exactly what he wanted. The moment I realized came at a bookstore. I saw a book about narcissists, started reading, and my hands started shaking because every page was describing him. Love bombing. He'd been perfect at first. Made me feel like the most special person in the world. Said we were soulmates. Gaslighting. Constantly making me question my memory. Telling me things didn't happen the way I remembered. Until I didn't trust my own mind. Devaluation. After the perfect phase, the criticism started. I was never enough. Never smart enough. Pretty enough. Always falling short. Silent treatment. Disappearing for days. Ignoring my calls until I was desperate. Apologizing for things I didn't do. Begging him to come back. I stood in that bookstore and cried. Because I finally understood. It wasn't me. I wasn't too sensitive. I wasn't crazy. I was being abused. And the worst realization? My love for him was part of the abuse. He didn't love me. He loved that I loved him. He loved my devotion, my willingness to sacrifice myself. But me, the actual person, he never even saw me. Every time I forgave him, I enabled the abuse. Every time I believed his promises, I gave him permission to hurt me again. He used my love as the weapon to keep me trapped. I bought the book, looked up narcissistic abuse, found thousands of stories just like mine. Women who'd loved narcissists, who'd blamed themselves, who'd finally realized the truth. Leaving wasn't immediate. Trauma bonds are real. It took 3 more months. Even knowing he was a narcissist, I still loved him, or was addicted to him. But I left, went no contact. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done. My brain knew he was toxic, but my heart still wanted him. That's what narcissistic abuse does. It rewires your brain. I'm 2 years out now, still healing, still learning to trust myself again, still fighting the voice in my head that sounds like him, but I'm free. And if this sounds familiar, you're not crazy. You're not too sensitive. You're being abused, and it's not your fault. If you're still in it, know this. It won't get better. They won't change. The person you fell in love with wasn't real. It was a mask. You deserve love that doesn't hurt. Love that doesn't make you doubt yourself. And that person can't give you that. They never could. Leaving is hard. But staying costs you yourself, your sanity, your future, and you're worth more than that. The moment I realized loving the narcissist was narcissistic abuse saved my life. You're not alone. You can get out. You can heal. And on the other side is a version of you who's free, who's whole. She's waiting. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, share your story in the comments if you feel safe. And if this helped you, subscribe. Let's keep healing together.